Hello friends, welcome. I'm very happy that you're here. If you enjoy fragrance, you found the right place. My name's Dave. I usually do videos in one take. So whatever you see is whatever you're gonna get. And a lot of times I do the first impression, and sometimes it turn out okay, and sometimes it turn out pretty bad. So this is gonna be a first impression. Even though I do not, my coffee. Even though I do not, oh, here comes the train. See, you're gonna get whatever it is. Should I wait for the train to go by? Can you hear me okay? Yeah, I think we'll find out. It's one of these fast trains, so maybe it'll go by pretty quickly. But anyway, this is first impression of the black afgano. I don't have the box because I bought a tester, which came out with very cheapy box. But it took me a long time to decide whether to start smelling this one, because either the weather is not right, or I have other bottles I want to get to, and somehow this one got left behind. And in my previous review I did first impression of this one, but then it turned out it was kind of I think it's a negative review, in the way that because it was so similar to something else that I have to Guerlain Liege, Linston de Guerlain. So I was kind of put off, and my mind wasn't able to transition back and enjoy the fragrance for what it is. And it kind of stuck with me, and I was not too happy that I felt that I wasted my money buying this Pardon if it's so close to another much cheaper fragrance. And I kept telling myself I have to get back to it, give it more time, and enjoy it for what it is, and see if I could, appreciate it more. I also have the other ones from the house. This is Lily Florum. I have not opened it yet. I'll do unboxing later. I also have the famous Duro. I have not unboxed it yet. And the Baranda. I have not unboxed it yet. So all of this I bought a while back. Never got to it. Maybe I did not feel excited as I should. But especially after the initial impression from Pardon, the first of the house that I opened, and was not impressed by it. Okay, I have to just keep in mind, okay, I was not impressed, not because of the juice itself, but because of the comparison that I have in my mind with another bottle. Oh, it's two trains. Yeah, they do you know what? Should I start over? Now you guys are used to it, one take Dave, right? So everything's one take. Whatever happened. So with that in mind, I have now want to open this or waste it. I gotta adjust to this one first and really understand it. A lot of times the first impression is very misguided, and you will kind of ruin your impression of the fragrance and not really absorb all the nuance that you should. So with that in mind, I did not want to waste any of this by just rush into it. But I think today is springtime, and it was raining this morning. The weather is cool. It might be the last cool day of the season until the autumn, the late autumn. It seems to be warmer longer than usual during the year. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to this black afgano. Then I have to wait for another year. So with that in mind, I'm just going to go for it and do a first impression of this one. Or if you haven't been to my channel, I'm just chatting, like you just hanging out with friends. So don't mind me just talking too much. But if you just want to get to the zest of what it smells like, then maybe fast forward. But we're just relaxing and just enjoying the hobby. All right, that includes a lot of stories or whatever idea or feeling that we have about it. So with that in mind, let me remove this, and let's go ahead and talk about black afgano. It's going to be a first impression. The bottle is the same shape but as you probably heard of, the cap is all very unique. These are apparently made by real wood, and all these are unique. You see that there's real wood with all these markings, and with that said, no two caps are exactly alike, right? As you know, wood, their marking are like their fingerprints is all different and ever changing. So now the house of nasomatto, it means crazy nose, from the country Netherlands, and the perfumer is Alessandro Gautieri. So he came out with his lineup, and it's quite famous. It's kind of funny how I haven't got to, this brand until now, and the first one was Pardon, and I was not appreciative of it or don't understand it. So now this is my second try with another bottle from the house. With that in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a spray and see what happens. There you go. First, where is the camera? There it is. First spray. Oh, it came out on the first spray. It was a tester. I hope nobody sprayed it and waste my little bottle to juice. There you can see. Whoa, okay, it's very, very strong right away. Yeah, it's projecting really strongly. I'm getting, for sure it's smoke. I'm getting that vibe, that scent. There's smoke. I purposely did not want to look too much into it. Of course, I watch reviews on YouTube, but because you probably know, if you watch a lot of YouTube, you get an idea of what it is, but you don't remember or recall the details. You just have a sense of the direction or the type of fragrance it is. So I know this is for the colder weather, and I remember something about cannabis and smoking wood. That's what I recall. And this is definitely smoky, with definitely woods and smoke. There's probably, speaking of cannabis, I have a fragrance from Mancera Hindu Kush that is also cannabis based, and this has that vibe, the cannabis notes. So for me, this is very well put together. I really enjoy this. This is a dark, really macho, deep dark, manly scents. This is nice. I think the woodsy notes or the smoke is probably from incense or burnt smoke, burnt wood. And I would not be surprised if there's tobacco. There's green notes in the background mixed with it. I think the green is probably cannabis, but maybe something else as well. Yeah, it's coming out very, very strong. I'll be curious to see if it's going to transition, because right away the punch is so out there. How is it going to transition to something else softer, maybe? What else is hiding behind this dominant note? It's like an army in the front. They show a force. They give you, a lineup of all their tough guys, but then maybe behind them there's not much. So let's see if this transitions into something else, or this is gonna be linear. I heard about this being a beast, and it's coming through like that. But I'm trying to see if there's sweet notes, and the cannabis itself, or the woodsy note, there's a feeling of sweetness, but it's not. I don't think it's from floral. It's not from honey. Maybe it's resins. Yeah, these few notes are so strong. The woods and the smoke and cannabis is taking over. Let's see. The bottle, it doesn't tell me the notes. Yeah, sometimes testers they will put it notes in here, but I don't want to cheat. I don't want to spoil it for myself. I want to be able to see what I can pick out, and then later on, go find out about the notes to see how many I actually picked up and if I was surprised by anything. But black afgano, yeah, I'm getting an imagery if let's say if I go into a castle after a battle and I seen those the aftermath of a terrible horrific battle and in the old age in a castle with knights and with there's burning, there's chaos, and then ride the horse into the castle that you have taken over after you have besieged them, and you smell the burning woods of the I was gonna say carcass, but I don't smell any animalic. It's mainly from the wood, and the wood is sweet. It's beautifully sweet. Maybe it's a cannabis working together with the wood and the resin. And there's some tobacco, sweet tobacco. Well, everything's combined to have a sweetness with the burnt sensation. Yeah, and you ride your horse into town, you see the smoke from the burnt caravan or carriage, and the wooden houses, and the sky is dark with smoke. Yeah, that's what I get, and the ground is filled with carnage from the battle. Yeah, this is nice. This is beautiful. It's more all right, so I was gonna say this is much better than Pardon as far as the first impression. Okay, I guess maybe I was expecting Pardon to be the same as this, as how powerful I was expecting, but Pardon just came out pretty, very smooth, very sweet, and with some chocolate. I recall that, and it's good. It's just too similar to the other fragrance. So that comes in a much bigger bottle and half the price. So that kind of ticked me off right from the start, and I wasn't able to appreciate this. But this one, yeah, I have some woodsy, smoky fragrance, but this one is nice. I think the cannabis is helping. You've ever smelled cannabis before? I don't smoke cannabis, but I smelled it before. Especially in like, I shouldn't go too much into details, but but no, I don't smoke weed or anything like that. But we do smell it somewhere. And yeah, that's what I'm getting. All right, this is the first impression. I don't want to keep dragging. I'm just waiting to see this transition. So if you want to say age group, anybody that's mature enough wear this. I'm trying to see if any of the new non-fragrance enthusiasts will appreciate this, but it's kind of hard to see that. For me, I love it. And sometimes we get into our nose get experience with more quote-unquote challenging scents, we forget how the beginners or newbies can be affected by this strong type of scent. So I kind of have to adjust my mind, and I would think that newbies might be taken aback. They would feel like, why does this perfume smell like this? What is this? What you call appealing? But you know what? I will not call this a mass appealing everyday wear. No, not for sure. It's not. So you're going to wear this to enjoy, unless if you're wearing like medieval type of outfit, and you want to get the vibe, you want to get the vibe just radiating from you, then yeah, you wear this. But it's such a small bottle, you don't want to waste it. It's not cheap. It's 100 plus. It's I haven't seen anything under 100, but 100 plus. If it's worth it, yes, if you have the cash that you want to kind of invest, not invest, but if you want to have cash and give yourself a little present, and yeah, go for it. This is very enjoyable. I can imagine me wearing this and just, you know, stay home, watch a movie and enjoy a beer or the roasted pig like the old days in the castle. Yeah, for sure. This is probably a scent for myself instead of, you know, wearing for everybody else to enjoy. Ah, this is great. It's been 15 minutes, or I started maybe 13 minutes ago. It has not transitioned, so it's pretty linear. I might, to be honest, when I'm spending when is the fragrance a little bit pricey, I'm always hoping for some sort of transition and or new revelation, layers, levels. I'm kind of hoping for that, but it seems to be linear from the beginning to the end. There wasn't any freshness that came in the initial blast, and so it's just first blast of smoke and cannabis, tobacco and raisin, all this dark, beautiful dark notes, and it's staying this way. That's what I say in the beginning, when in the initial blast already have such powerful notes, it's kind of hard for anything else to come and join. Unless, you know, if this wears down a little bit, you might feel it's a little bit more mellow, and that might in itself be a transition in itself. But I think this is the main notes I'm gonna get, and it's gonna stick around until, you know, the end of the fragrance. So yeah, so I don't want to take any longer since it's not going to transition. So yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot more than the Pardon, but I'll definitely gotta find time to wear Pardon. So what I do is when I want to test wear a fragrance, I will keep one arm, one area, and just spray that, while I'll, you know, the other arm and, you know, neck and my clothing, I'll wear something else. But as far as what test drive is concerned, I will just wear that one, and I'll just, you know, smell it through the day, see how it transitions, the longevity and so forth, and maybe the air, the weather will affect it, or you know, maybe, I don't know, my mood, chemistry, the hormones, whatever it is. So that's how I test it. And yeah, yep, it's not changing much. So very, very prominent is the cannabis notes. I'm surprised. So maybe I'll do a comparison with the Hindu Kush. That's the only other cannabis dominant note, that fragrance that I can recall. All right, there we go. So I'll probably do another review of, should I just go ahead and do Duro? I'm very, very interested in the other from the line, since the weather is going to be cool for the next, or today. I don't know about tomorrow, but the last day of the cool weather. So yeah, I might do Duro. All right, we'll see. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time. I appreciate it. Thank you.